Welcome to the Story Harvest for a heartwarming crop of tales with a moral for tots to teens. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to get more new stories regularly. The Real Superstar. Ankush was feeling low as usual. His classmates were chatting 19 to the dozen while he sat alone on his seat, longing to be a part of the banter. He tried to join in, but was brushed aside summarily. He gave up and returned quietly to his seat, arranging the books on his desk. This was a part of a routine, and Ankush was still trying to come to terms with the pattern over the years. Ankush was a student in the 8th grade of a popular school in the suburb of Mumbai. He was a good student, regular, diligent, and quiet, nay, silent. Ankush had a profound hearing impairment and was integrated in a mainstream school. His progress was noteworthy and he had managed to hold his own over the years. He was called an integrated student, a term used for such students. But was he really integrated? He had very few friends and was not enthusiastically included in the activities of his peers. He was deaf, but not dumb. He was trained in oral communication by a specialist using speech therapy and auditory training, but his speech was distorted. Ankush would wonder whether he would be better off in a special school with students like him, but dismissed the thought immediately. His teachers were kind, sensitive, and inclusive in their approach. Besides, his integration would equip him with oral communication to interact with the world at large, not just with others like him. He had grit, and he would make it count. Ankush would often sit on the beach, observing the waves and feeling the wind on his face. He would wonder why people avoided communicating with the likes of him. He did not want sympathy. He looked for empathy and inclusivity. But ironically, the world turned a blind eye and a deaf ear. Communication needed an effort, and no one wanted to walk that extra mile. He sat as usual by the seashore, looking downcast. His loneliness was pronounced, his tears unshed. He swallowed the lump in his throat and stifled a sob. "Hello there, may I sit here?" asked a friendly voice. Ankush looked up through his teary eyes, gesturing to the vacant space next to him. He focused his gaze on the handsome face of a gentleman who was addressing him. Why, he was Randeep Kapoor, the famous film star, his personal favorite. His face lit up as he exclaimed, "You are?" "Yes," the star replied with a charming smile. "I am Randeep Kapoor. Call me RK." "I am Ankush," replied the boy. The star noticed that Ankush was wearing hearing aids and his speech was slightly distorted. His sharp gaze did not miss the tiny teardrop in his eyes and his downcast demeanor. "Sir, I'm your fan," the boy stammered, while the star acknowledged him warmly. "Do you come here often?" he asked. Ankush replied, "Yes, when I feel low." The actor nodded with empathy. "Why low, buddy?" The boy pointed towards his hearing aids. "Don't have real friends. Most classmates don't converse much with me. You're aware of our plight, aren't you? You have worked in the film Mercy. You do have an idea as to what people like us go through." He appeared stoic, his dignity getting the better of him. He was always poised and never made a display of the agony he experienced, but the actor was well aware of the trauma faced by people like Ankush. He placed a comforting hand on the lad's shoulder and sat quietly while the boy collected himself. There was a disturbing silence in the air. After a few minutes, the actor spoke with compassion. "I understand, buddy. It's a cruel world. I learnt a lot while picturizing Mercy." He thought for a few moments and then snapped his fingers. "Let's do one thing. Can you come here next week at the same time? We'll meet at this very place. We'll work out something. Ankush nodded tentatively, not too sure the star would turn up as announced. But nevertheless, hope floats. The following week, Ankush turned up with his heart beating fast. He was hopeful but had a faint doubt. Would such a busy star even remember this moment? He sat on the bench, fidgeting nervously with his cap, darting his glance here and there. He saw a figure jogging towards him, holding a large bag. Sure enough, it was RK. "Phew, I made it," he exclaimed as he placed the parcel beside the bench. "I bet you thought I wouldn't turn up." "Well, I don't blame you, but here I am." He sat down, winking light-heartedly. "Let's get straight to the point, Ankush. There's nothing much you can do, but I can make a difference." "How?" Ankush queried. RK proceeded to explain. "You see, the public listens to celebrities. They are strongly influenced by film stars, cricketers, Olympians, and industrialists. We promote all kinds of products and people believe us. That's why we endorse brands and products. This time, we must promote a genuine cause." RK pulled out something from his bag. It was a t-shirt with a hearing impairment logo and a message printed on it. "Talk to me." He handed over a pile of t-shirts to Ankush and kept some for himself. "Wear this on the 3rd of December, and so will many film stars and celebrities. Let's make it viral. If we can earn handsomely from films about hearing impaired, the blind, the orthopedically challenged, we owe them our attention. I will give some t-shirts to my celebrity friends like star cricketers and film personalities. This message will speak volumes on TV, cinema theatres, hoardings and ads in the print media. Let's make this a campaign. I'm sure I can make a difference." Ankush looked incredulously. "Will this work?" he asked. "I'm sure it will. Let's hope. Strangers will smile at the differently able. Some may strike a conversation, make small talk, greet you, become more approachable, or even initiate a friendship. We must carry on relentlessly till the people get sensitized. Don't give up. I have to go now. Don't forget to wear this along with your friends on the 3rd, reminded the star. We will meet again next week, in fact regularly, to take this to the next level." Ankush thanked the superstar as he walked back towards his home. There was a glimmer of hope in his heart, a light in his eyes, and a whisper in his silent ears. He had met a real superstar, not one with a plastic smile, but one with a 24-carat heart. With RK's mission, 3rd December promised to mark a new beginning, if not this year, maybe the next. Someday the world would wake up and smell the coffee. Someday the people would use their spirit to pay heed. He had an aim, a purpose in life now, a faith in humanity, a belief in goodness. RK's mind was racing. He had to work relentlessly to translate his vision into action. These people were called children of a lesser God, and it was now time to play the principal protagonist, to elevate them to humans of a better world. He walked on with determination in his intent and faith in his hope. Moral: we do not hear with our ears, we listen with our hearts. 3rd December, International Day of Persons with Disabilities. Dear viewers, if you support this campaign by Story Harvest, please press the bell icon and subscribe to the channel. And yes, thanks for watching.